I spent over $1,000 to meet the world's biggest streamer, Ludwig at his Mogul Money Live event. How did I do it? Check this out. This is possibly the craziest story of my entire life. It involves Ticketmaster almost scamming me out of $800, texting with some verified people on Twitter, and best of all, meeting the biggest streamer in the entire United States. So let's go ahead and get started on our trip to Los Angeles. Now for our first and only real stop of the journey, Indianapolis. We will be traveling tomorrow at 4:45 in the morning. At least that's when I plan on kind of getting up. My flight leaves at 7. I like getting to these things early, and I certainly do not want to miss this flight. So I'm here the night before. I've got my backpack, I've got myself, and we'll be all ready to go in the morning when we meet up with, at Los Angeles International Airport, our good friend, Elby. And you might be wondering who that is. And you also might be wondering how Ticketmaster might have scammed me out of $800, or at least they almost did. Well, for that, let's go into a little bit of a recap before we get into the actual trip itself. Our story begins on the Ludwig subreddit, where I made a post in April of this year saying I'm looking to buy a VIP ticket to Mogul Money. I said I'm from Ohio and will be flying to Cali just for Mogul Money. I have a regular ticket, but I'd be willing to sell or trade it in favor of a VIP ticket. If anyone has one available that can't go, let me know. After I posted this, I got a bunch of DMs that were essentially scams, so I made a follow-up comment that said, if you have a VIP ticket, please be willing to provide proof. I want to make sure I don't get scammed. And this is where one of the heroes of the story, there's two heroes, LB9 comes into the story. He says there aren't any right now, but closer to the event, there might be verified resale tickets available at a premium price. If you check the Ticketmaster site, you can filter the pink resale tickets. There are some up right now, but they're not VIP tickets. One thing led to another, and this began a series of DMs where I would eventually find and purchase a VIP ticket. Or so I thought. Because I was about to find out that those scam DMs that I got on Reddit weren't the only people trying to scam me. The other company that was trying to do so was Ticketmaster. So technically I didn't buy a VIP ticket. Instead, I bought a resale ticket in the VIP section for the low price of $800. Being the skeptical person that I am, I decided to email the venue and Ticketmaster both about the situation. The YouTube theater basically got back to me and said, we don't know until we get a little closer to the event. Ticketmaster, however, made their response cut and dry, clear as day. They said, thank you for reaching out to us. I know that this is important to you, and we do apologize for the inconvenience. Upon checking, your order does not include a VIP package. Resale orders don't have VIP package. Let us know if you have any other concerns. I got that email during my tax class, and I immediately stormed home and filmed this video and posted it to Reddit. What did that video entail? Well, how about I just show you? No, the title is not clickbait. Yes, I spent over $800 on a ticket, and here's how it went, and here's why Ticketmaster is garbage, and I want to bring this to Ludwig's attention so that he doesn't use it in the future, and also so that maybe, just hopefully, I can get the benefits that I feel like I deserve, having bought the ticket to the Mogul Money Live event that I was really looking forward to. For context, I'm from the eastern half of the United States. I will be flying in for a one-day trip just to see this event. And because it's such a big deal to me, I wanted to get a VIP ticket in order to, even if not meet Lud himself, just get a couple benefits, a lanyard, a t-shirt, just something, right? And I look at the ticket selection and the VIP are all sold out. Okay, whatever, I'll wait for one to come up resale. I do, and I buy a resale ticket. I bought my ticket resale because it was my only option, and I contacted Ticketmaster. And Ticketmaster said, because my ticket is resale, I've lost all my VIP benefits that I would have gotten. That's why I bought the ticket at the price I did in the first place. So because of this, I feel kind of scammed by Ticketmaster. I want to be able to get the VIP benefits of a VIP ticket. That's what is to be expected. Ticketmaster is garbage. That's all you need to know past this. Lud, I would really appreciate it if I got the VIP benefits. I really would, but just never use Ticketmaster again, please. It's a garbage platform with ridiculous fees and horrible resale gouging, and it doesn't tell you what you should have. That's all I've got. I'm not promoting anything. There you go. The Reddit post that I put out with the video got over 800 upvotes before the moderators took it down, essentially for being a customer service post. But I had a back pocket card as well, Twitter, where I posted essentially the exact same thing, where it also gained some traction. This is where the second hero of the story comes in, Nick Allen, who is an absolute Chad. He said, "Hey dude, I work with Lud and we saw your post. Can I DM?" And to confirm this, we had Ludwig Ogren himself respond to Nick Allen saying, "It's true, plus he's verified and tall." Obviously, I accepted his DM, and he said to me, "Sorry about the headache," to which I responded, "It's totally fine. I understand Ticketmaster can be kind of a pain." And he said to me some great news. Lud 100% got you on the VIP stuff. We'll make it right. We went back and forth for a little bit, and then he finally asked if my ticket was under Grant Elswick, to which I just gave a resounding yep. And he said, "All right, dude, we got you on the list." This is the point where we skip ahead to July when the actual event took place, and I get on my flight. So we're going to resume back to that. But before we do, I just want to say, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. I spent a lot of money to do this, and it really means a lot if you can help me out in that way. I won't harp on it too much, but I just wanted to ask that much at this point. With that all said, let's begin our flight to Los Angeles. So I get to the airport at around 5:30 in the morning. I board the plane, and we get started off on our rainy trip to Los Angeles. It actually worked out because it was 4th of July weekend, hundreds of flights had been canceled, and yet even on this rainy July day, I was able to make it to Los Angeles on time in around 4.5 hours. And when I got there, to meet me in his car was our good friend LB, and I didn't get any footage of him picking me up because, frankly, LAX is a very, very crowded airport and is very scary. So we're just gonna skip ahead to when I first kind of met LB and what we did from there. All right, so we finally arrived in LA. Well, he's right over here. It's our boy LB. That's right, we just got out of LAX and we finally made it to the Airbnb. Now we're gonna head out to do a couple things that I would say you could only probably do in LA. So
yeah, for the most part, yeah.
For the most part. Well, let's go ahead and get started. What do you say?
Let's go.
We are here at the wonderful Manhattan Beach. No, it's not New York. I know it sounds like New York because Manhattan, but I don't think Manhattan has great beaches. Next stop though, and I'm probably just as excited for that as I am the beach because, you know, beach you can just walk around and get the sun beating down on you, but you can't taste it. Unlike you can a certain burger joint down here that you can only get on the west half of the United States, and that is InNOut Burger, and it'll be my first time trying it. So let's go ahead and hop right over there. All right, so it's my first time trying InNOut. We got a double and the fries, both are animal style. I'm gonna do a one bite review real quick here, and then we'll see how it is. Oh, it's different than I was expecting. Out of 10, in the scope of fast food restaurants, I think I'll put it up at like the 7.5. I think that's a pretty good scale. The fries, I'm gonna try to get one here with all like the stuff on it, because I think it'd be unfair not to. I can definitely see why people get those animal style, because by themselves I think they'd be a little lame. I gotta say, I'm impressed, but not as impressed as I thought I'd be. I'll give these a 7. So the burger I think's better in the scale of fast food.
What makes a 10 for you?
Probably like a Five Guys, where it's got more, or even a Wendy's, like a Baconator, like those big thick patties have more like sustenance to them, I think. This one, I mean, it has good flavor, but like a Big Mac also has good flavor, but it has like patties that are that big and I want some meat to it. But there you go. There's my short minute-long review of InNOut. Now let's get back to the actual content here. That's where we're about to be. SoFi Stadium, YouTube Theater. Let's go. We're here at SoFi Stadium. My boy LB looking mighty fly, And then I'm wearing the Mint Mogul Moves hoodie because, of course, that's what you gotta wear. We're dressed in Lud attire, as you would do at one of his events. We're just about to go in and meet him. We've got the tickets ready, and I'm about to blow all 800 of my dollars and however many LB spent. So I can't even process it right now. Let's go ahead and let's get inside. Next time you see me, I'll be with the biggest streamer in the United States. Before we met that famous streamer, though, I actually got to run into a few other faces that you guys might recognize while waiting in the VIP line. And I was lucky enough to get a photo with each of them. Then they took all of the VIPs to the stage of the YouTube theater, where we finally got to meet Ludwig Ogren. And he remembered exactly who I was. So of course I got two pictures with him, one wearing the Mogul Moves hoodie, and another with a shirt that I made that says, "I spent $800 to be here." Now you might be wondering why I'm filming this segment in the basement. Well, it's because I don't have footage of it. But afterwards, they took me aside after I had met Ludwig and they said, "Hey, we know you had some issues with Ticketmaster. Now, we do this thing with Mogul Money Live where we usually have celebrity guests read off different questions for essentially what's the daily double of the show, if you're unfamiliar with Mogul Money." So they hand me a cue card, and they ask me if I want to do it as one of the VIPs since I had issues. The cue card looks like this, and I got mine signed by the man himself. As far as I know, there's only one in existence, and from there, I did a take, and I was led out to the lobby of the theater. Oh yeah, and those few streamers that I showed you earlier, they weren't the only ones there. Once I was escorted to the lobby, I met a few more. Here's a little photo op section so you can see everybody that I met there. Not too long after that, the stream began. Ludwig did some fun little pre-show stuff, and I got settled in and started to enjoy the show. This all led up to what was one of the greatest moments of my entire life. Here it is.
At this clue.
My name is Grant Ellswick, and I was scammed out of $800 by Ticketmaster. Fortunately, we got it worked out, but here is our clue. Parnassus was the sacred mountain home of this Greek god, and it's also a NASA space program that won an Emmy.
That's easy. That was the question. Parnassus is the mountain of this Greek god. It's also the name of the space program.
Mountain. It's a mountain.
It's the only one that can answer.
It's a mountain, right?
It is the name of the Greek god who is like the dude at that mountain, and then also the space program that won an Emmy.
What is Olympus? Olympia.
As I did one more tour around SoFi Stadium after the show ended, I knew the next morning I'd be flying back to Ohio, but for one more moment I could cherish it and just take in everything that had happened. It was absolutely one of the greatest moments of my entire life and something I won't shortly forget, and it's something that I'm very grateful that I get to share with all of you. I woke up the next morning, I said goodbye to my Airbnb in Los Angeles and got on another plane back to Indianapolis, where I would soon be driving home. And there you go. That's how I spent over $1,000 to meet the world's biggest streamer and so many other great creators. Before I go, I just wanted to say a quick few thank yous to those who made this possible. First and foremost, Ludwig and his team, particularly Nick Allen, LB for making this just an absolutely great experience in LA, and then Nick for editing this awesome video. Everybody who helped me in this process, you guys made this the experience that it was. And thank you to you, the viewer, for accompanying me on that journey. I wouldn't be here doing this without you guys, and it really brings a lot more to the experience when I can capture it on film and share it with you guys. If you like this video, you already know what I'm going to say. Like and subscribe. It helps out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next video that probably doesn't have a budget quite nearly as high as this one.
It worked out.